You're sitting on your couch, finally relaxing, when your phone vibrates. It's a message. You see the name, you read the preview, and for a split second, you feel a surge of guilt. But instead of typing back, you put the phone face down. You tell yourself you'll reply in 10 minutes. 10 minutes becomes 2 days. Now every time you see that person's name, your stomach doing a nervous flip. Most people call this ghosting or being unreliable, but psychology suggests something much deeper. To the world, you're just someone who is bad at texting. But in reality, you are a selective ghost. See, for most people, a notification is just a chat. For you, it's a sudden, uninvited guest knocking on your door while your mental house is a mess. It's an immediate demand for your social self, that version of you that has to be funny, polite, or helpful when you barely have enough energy to microwave dinner. But here's the strange part. You aren't replying late because you don't care. You're replying late because you care too much. If you didn't care, you'd send a dry, one-word text and forget it. Instead, you wait for the perfect energy, the perfect mood, to give them the best version of yourself. You're not ignoring them. You're protecting the tiny bit of mental space you have left. Have you ever felt that heavy weight of an unread message sitting in the corner of your mind? Or maybe you're the one waiting for an answer, wondering what you did wrong. Think about the last time you saw a message and felt that physical urge to run away. It's not just words on a screen, it's a transaction. Every "how are you" is a request for a withdrawal from your internal bank account. And for most people, their balance is already near zero. You see, for the selective ghost, a conversation isn't just a quick exchange. It's a performance. You feel like you have to match their energy, solve their problem, or provide a high-quality response. If you can't give them 100%, you give them 0%. And that 0% is the silence they see on their end. But this leads to a strange psychological paradox. Socially skilled, yet socially frugal. You are actually great at talking to people. You're empathetic, you listen well, and you know exactly what to say. But because you're so good at it, it costs you twice as much energy as everyone else. And this is where things get interesting. The longer you wait, the more expensive the reply becomes. Now, it's not just a hello. Now you feel like you owe them an apology, an explanation, and a brilliant life update to make up for the delay. You're trapped in a cycle where the very thing that makes you a great friend, your deep empathy, is the same thing that makes you disappear. Think about it. Have you ever looked at a message and thought, I love this person, but I literally don't have the soul juice to talk to them right now? Here's a secret about the late replier. They are often the most meticulous people you'll ever meet. Most people can fire off a quick, messy "K, sounds good," without a second thought. But for you, every message feels like a mini essay. You worry about the tone, the emojis, the way the other person might misinterpret a single comma. You aren't just sending a text, you're managing an entire emotional atmosphere. This is the analysis paralysis of connection. You want to give them the version of you that is on, the charismatic, present, and stable version. If you're feeling tired, grumpy, or just meh, you feel like replying would be a lie. So you wait. You wait for the perfect version of yourself to show up and handle the conversation. But here's the paradox. Deeply empathetic, but mentally guarded. You care so much about their reaction that you'd rather say nothing than say something mediocre. You are a quiet strategist, someone who treats communication like a high-stakes chess game, where every move costs a piece of your peace. But there's a deeper reason for this. By not replying immediately, you are unconsciously reclaiming your power. In a world where everyone expects you to be reachable 24/7, your silence is the only territory you still own. It's your do not disturb sign in a world that forgot how to knock. But as the hours turn into days, that peaceful silence starts to feel like a wall you've accidentally built around yourself. Have you ever felt like you're staring at a wall of your own making, wondering if it's too late to just say, hey? Have you ever noticed that you're actually a social genius in person, but a total ghost on your phone? It's because in person, the conversation has a natural end. You say goodbye, you walk away, and the energy exchange is over. But a text message? A text message is a permanent, open-ended debt. It's a door that never fully closes. This is where the social paradox hits hardest. Socially gifted, yet socially exhausted. You are someone who deeply values connection, but you treat your phone like a high-voltage wire. Every notification is a potential spark that could drain your battery until you're empty. To protect yourself, you build a digital fortress. You stay inside, watching the world through a tiny window, waiting for the safe moment to step out. But here's the strange part. The longer you stay inside your fortress, the more the outside world starts to feel like a threat. That simple, hey, how's it going, from a friend, starts to look like a mountain you're too tired to climb. You're not being mean. You're not being lazy. You're just a deep-sea person living in a shallow water world. You need time to decompress, to process, and to find your voice again. Most people never notice this part, but your silence isn't a lack of love. It's a surplus of overwhelm. You are trying to be a good friend, a good partner, and a good human, but you're trying to do it while your internal social server is crashing. Have you ever felt like you're waving at people from inside a glass box, wanting to join them, but just not knowing how to open the door today? Maybe it's time to stop apologizing for being human in a world designed for machines. We've been conditioned to believe that available means caring, but for you, it's often the opposite. Your late replies aren't a sign of brokenness. They are a sign of a protected inner world. You are someone who refuses to give a hollow, robotic version of yourself to the people you love. You'd rather give them the real you, even if it takes 3 days to find that person again. But here's the most important part. The guilt you feel, it's actually proof of your empathy. A person who doesn't care doesn't feel guilty. A person who doesn't care doesn't stare at a name on a screen with a heavy heart. You are a master of your own tempo, someone who is learning that your time is not a public utility, it is a private sanctuary. So next time you see that notification, take a breath. Remind yourself that you aren't bad at texting. You are simply someone who values the quality of a connection over the speed of a transaction. You are protecting your peace so that when you finally do speak, your words actually mean something. Maybe you were never avoiding the world. Maybe you were just waiting for the noise to quiet down so you could finally hear yourself. And that is perfectly okay.